Your father ain't shit anymore. I'm your daddy.
So you people want to keep harassing me, keep trying to intimidate me, keep saying that, I'm going to get in trouble? These accusations of pedophilia.
But if that's what you want, that's what you get.
Okay, first and foremost, you're not being merciful to me. You're trying to get me to kill myself. And furthermore, what's even better is, the age of consent is much lower in Ecuador, too.
Fatty, make it happen, fatty, fatty, fat, fat. Full contact, preferably bare knuckle fight.
And do I consider a 16-year-old girl a chick? Yeah, why not?
JRC3 is really into little girls.
I do not think it's okay for grown men to be messaging children.
Taco, 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 taco. Ya, cha, 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 cha.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Rocknar Slaw Cow Ranch. Late night. I am your temporary food and beverage administrator for Lilliput Downs Racetrack and Casino, and I have a very special guest with us tonight, Aunt Kathy. Aunt Kathy, say hello to everyone.
Well, hello everyone. I'll be his assistant for a little while.
Because you know what? I'm just going to play the videos, and whenever she tells me that she needs me to pause it, I'm here to pause it for her. So she wants to say something to Mary, especially where I got this golden clip queued up where she kind of admits to something that she maybe shouldn't have admitted to. So she should be able to hear everything fine. I will go ahead and play the video.
Yes, working made me feel useful. When I could work before the murder, when I was able to work and function like a somewhat normal human being. After the murder, I was not able to do those things anymore. And I know none of you understand. All of you want to just judge me and tell me that I'm just lazy, that I just don't want to work. You can't comprehend the changes that it makes in a human being when they're taken captive and forced to watch another human being murdered and buried in the backyard for 5 weeks.
Oh, Mary.
Hey, Randall.
Yes.
Oh, goodness. Listen.
Yes.
She okay, we know the murder happened in 2009.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
She was only married for 2 years. It ended in 2006, I believe.
Right.
She didn't work after then ever. She worked for about 2 hours at McDonald's. And she had a job rolling silverware for a very short time. She's never worked like she says she did.
Never worked a real type job.
Not really.
Yeah.
No. She went to her first break when she walked right out the door. So she worked 2 whole hours.
Oh my goodness. And McDonald's could have paid for her college. That's the they would have paid for her college. And even in California, they would be required to pay her $15 an hour. And someone I know, he's worked, long ago. I mean, back when you were a child kind of thing. He worked at Jack in the Box, and he worked the overnight shift from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. So it's just him and his manager until 4 a.m. and then 4 to 6. He's just the lone guy, just kind of handing whatever sandwiches are left out the window kind of thing. And it's just that is, it's not the greatest of jobs, but it's a job. And, um, I've done that before. I've worked the inconvenience store, but Mary doesn't need to work those kind of jobs. There's all kinds of work at home jobs that I'm sure she could be capable of, but she would need she would need patience. She would need discipline on that, and I don't think she has it at the moment.
No, she had a job at PF Chang's
Hmm.
in Jacksonville, Florida, where all she had to do was sit at a table in a corner alone
And just
and
roll.
roll silverware. That was it.
Hmm.
And I don't really know why she left. It was probably
Just the
the best job she had.
How long was she there?
Nobody bothered her.
Do you know how long she was there for?
Not long. I I'm I can find out for sure, but it
Roughly.
wasn't more than 3. It was a very short time, like 2, 3 months maybe, if
Yeah,
that long.
that's not.
It
Yeah,
wasn't long,
it's not
but it was
great,
the
but.
longest job she held.
Mm, uh, well, that's kind of the thing is that when you're working a job, you just kind of got to find a zen to it, and she just isn't able to find her zen, and sometimes it's just kind of like. Do you think she doesn't have any patience to talk to people on the phone, does she?
I think talking she does just fine. And yelling.
If they're yelling out customer service jobs like mine necessarily she wouldn't like because I get some really angry and really frustrating type customers. So she would be more suited for, I don't know, something technical support maybe. Where like she has to talk to like, server administrators and she's like, okay, do this, okay, do this, okay, do this.
Right. It
And
as long as she's in charge. It,
exactly.
it she can't she can't be told, "No,
Right.
I tried that and it didn't work." I've caught myself saying that to the cable company. No, I've already tried everything. You know how they'll give you the steps to
Mm-hmm.
do before they
Yeah.
send a technician to your house. Well, you get frustrated. You're like, "Look, I've already done all that. I've done it all."
I think
She couldn't handle that.
she couldn't. No, and I've worked.
No.
I worked a job where I was, doing callbacks for the really, really angry customers, and I was about to get suspended for 5 days for using the word Christmas in my positioning statements, and it was something. And I have this almost like in my photographic memory. This is one of those things like I have. As a gesture of goodwill and as a way of saying thank you to you for being a valued and loyal customer, we would like to offer you a free premium channel such as HBO, Starz, Cinemax, or Showtime, free for X number of months. Once this promotion is actually, I use the word early Christmas gift. I just threw in the word early Christmas gift. You know what I'm saying? And people in
Yeah.
Colorado freaked out. They were going to suspend me for 5 days for that because somebody snitched on me. I'm like, what the hell what kind of crazy world am I living in here? I kind of had, and this was like 5 years ago. It'll be 5 years ago this year. I had an Adrasdea type freak out at my boss about it. It's weird for me to say it, but I was basically looking at this short little woman of a manager, Satan herself, in a human form. Her name was Sonia. I looked her dead in the eye. She was going to suspend me for 5 days. I looked and I just took my ID off and I said, I don't feel like working for this company anymore. And she kept trying to get the last word in. It's like, nope, you're not getting the last word in. Okay, nope. Okay, no, you're not getting that last word in. Bye. I just kind of had to I had to get that last word in, and I was prideful about that because being from Kentucky, you would, if I'm in a Kentucky call center, nobody's going to give a shit about that. That is everybody in Colorado is so, bake me this cake or I'm going to sue the shit out of you kind of attitude. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I know what you're saying. I've
Yeah.
dealt with people.
Yeah.
I've worked in some people a long time. I know. I've seen them all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And
I've dealt with them all,
I know. And,
and I've had to learn to get even in a different way.
and it's weird for me. I have to like stop being the, you know, angry person, like ooh, fist to the clouds kind of thing. Because I'm trying to, be a good little boy. I'm trying to work and play the system so that I can be a Hollywood writer kind of thing, so that I can sell both Adrasdea script and Chris Chance and James Robert Clark's. It's like, they're lol cows to me. Yeah. I mean, I could really honestly see, you know that the Law and Order revival is coming next month in February, right? Well, pretty much this
No, I
month.
didn't.
Yeah, February. The Sam Waterston. You ever watched the original Law and Order?
I did. I
Yeah,
did.
yeah, and
I did.
I love the episodes that have Sam Waterston in it, and Maureen. She has some really cute stories she loves to tell about Sam Waterston, because he's like, he has a sheep farm, and he crops his own wool, and he'll knit his own wool into sweaters, custom little sweaters, kind of thing.
Lordy.
That's actually
I've tried.
I think that's
It's
actually
cool.
it's really kind of cool, yeah. And
It
hi,
is very cool.
good evening, ASDSS. I see we have you in the voice chat. I'm sorry that we were
Yeah.
chatting so long.
No, it's okay. I'm sorry. I missed I just saw your messages.
I
was like, oh,
know. I'm
shit.
sorry. I was trying to make sure that we could get Kathy in here. I wanted her first to see the golden clip, at least up to this point where she admits to the murder, or to not the murder, to witnessing the murder, like with her eyes kind of thing. And see the other videos where she went on a like 14 video rant about Bob Saget today. Which
And
is
Lord, that
Kathy,
was. Hey,
this
baby
and
doll,
Kathy,
how are you?
yeah.
I'm good. I have so many questions.
Well, I'm here. I'm here.
Vance, is it okay?
So I lived probably 30 miles from where they did, give or take. And
When
I didn't live that far. Back then we all got together pretty much every weekend.
Mhm.
As a family.
Oh, we had a little flash there. So, okay, I think we're back on. Okay, are we on?
I think
Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
and, Ca- and Kathy,
Okay, go ahead.
can you describe Mary's childhood home?
Of where she grew up at home with her parents. At her parents, it was, they lived in mobile homes,
Mhm.
and which it was clean. My sister cooked every day. It's not the home that Mary describes at all. In fact, so it's hard to even explain her, except some of her. She gets a lot of her stories from the books that she's read or the horror movies she's watched, and then she'll take a little tiny twist of truth and throw in there and create this drama that is out of control now. I mean, she is completely out of control. I could make a video for it. I have made a video where I actually spoke to her from my heart, truly from my heart. And she did a reaction video. And I had no idea what she was talking about. It was like so far left of where I was at that it was nothing in reference to anything that I was saying.
Kathy,
It was like,
when she said that she spent like 10 years straight of having lice.
I've heard her say 18, but
What do you think about that?
well, now that I can, I won't say what, I'm sure she had lice. I mean, we're talking about the state of Florida, but I don't believe she had it for 10 years. First of all, would allow, that
Exactly.
10 years of being out of school because of lice. I don't think so.
If she was a kid, if she was a kid and had lice for 10 straight years, the infestation would be so bad she'd be anemic or dead. So we know that's a lie. But
she wouldn't have been able to return to school.
well, she would have
because
been dead. She would have actually died from that.
She would have,
Probably,
and
eventually.
she would have not got to go to school at all because they wouldn't let them back in unless all the, the little, what do you call them, the nicks, the little eggs, everything had to be stripped from the hair before the children could go back to school. So
Kathy,
she'd have missed 10 years of school.
Kathy, how many siblings does Mary have?
She has 2 sisters,
Mhm.
and she had, her brother. So there's 4 of them
Okay.
total.
So I just want to ask you this. So Mary talks about how, work is slavery and everybody should live how she lives. Now, I don't want to like dox her family and like give too much information away because I'm sure they don't want anything to do with this shit. But I just have a question is what did they become? Because like
Well,
they all lived in the same environment. So what did the other 3 become?
her brother, he died. He was born when he was born. He has cerebral palsy,
Oh.
and he lived to his 20s, and he passed away.
Mm.
They